Chosen one, some of your warfare isn't about you. It's about your bloodline. I know that sounds personal, almost intrusive. Like I've somehow been watching the private battles of your life. The tension at the dinner table, the silent treatments, the feeling of being the different one in a house that never quite felt like home. It might feel like I have direct insight into your story, but I don't. I cannot look into your life. What I'm speaking about is not psychic knowledge. It's pattern recognition. It's the reality that comes with the territory. This is the burden that follows those marked for disruption. A decreed duty from above the seven heavens. A spiritual assignment only given to the chosen ones. And if you're watching this, and something in your spirit is stirring, then you already know this message is not random. In this video, we are going to look into the generational curses that the chosen ones break. Not just vague spiritual language, but the real, lived-out patterns that move through families like invisible contracts. Patterns that were tolerated, normalized, protected, and you were born to interrupt them. But here's the question that should make you lean in. What if the very resistance you face is proof that you were sent to end something that has ruled your bloodline for generations? Let's talk about it. You are fighting what your mother didn't fight. Maybe she grew up in a narcissistic family system, one where love was conditional, attention was currency, and survival meant adapting to dysfunction. Perhaps she was neglected, emotionally unseen, dismissed when she cried, forced to grow up too fast. And instead of healing that wound, she overcompensated as an adult. Grandiosity, control, image. Everything had to look perfect, because inside she never felt secure. Or maybe she was the golden child, raised with a silver spoon, never disciplined, never told no, shielded from consequences, praised excessively, told she was superior. In that environment, humility never had a chance to grow. Accountability never formed. So now she moves through life entitled, bitter when the world doesn't bow, offended when challenged. And when she has children, especially one who questions, observes, and refuses to conform, that child becomes a threat, especially the different one, the unwavering one, the child she cannot manipulate, the one who sees through the illusion of her queendom. She feels it in her spirit. She gave birth to the Moses child, the one destined to expose what was hidden, to tear down what was built on control, to break the silent contract everyone else signed. Both extremes, the neglected child and the golden child, can produce the same generational curse. One creates a hunger for validation. The other creates an addiction to superiority. But in both cases, the choice was always there. They could have taken the higher road, the painful but liberating road of self-reflection, of accountability, of saying, this stops with me. Instead, many choose the easier path, the screw the world and everyone in it route. And believe me, most in this world choose that route, but not you. Your role is not to carry the dysfunction forward. Your role is to break it. And breaking it doesn't always mean loud confrontation. Sometimes it means therapy, boundaries, emotional regulation, refusing to respond in rage, choosing humility where pride once ruled, refusing to weaponize silence, refusing to manipulate, refusing to shame. You end it by becoming what you needed. You are breaking what your father passed down. Maybe your father wasn't loud, maybe he wasn't openly abusive, maybe he called himself the peacekeeper. But peace without truth is just avoidance. Perhaps he was passive, nonchalant, passive-aggressive when pushed, too afraid to stand up to toxic behavior in the household. So instead of confronting dysfunction, he enabled it. He convinced himself he was keeping the family together. In reality, he became the covert supporter of chaos. When your mother attacked you emotionally, he stayed quiet. When you were scapegoated, he told you to just ignore it. When siblings were recruited as flying monkeys to isolate you, he encouraged unity, but only the kind that preserved the dysfunction. He may have even subtly pressured you to conform, to stop being so sensitive, to stop asking questions, to just fit in, because your awareness threatened the system, and you saw it. You saw that silence is not neutrality, it's complicity. You saw that enabling is not love, it's fear. And somewhere deep inside, you made a promise. I will never become this. You refused to pass down cowardice disguised as peacekeeping. You refused to teach your future children to tolerate abuse in the name of unity. You refused to create a home where truth is punished. The curse ends with you. Chosen one, you find yourself praying through patterns that have existed for generations. One of the most common toxic patterns documented in dysfunctional family systems is scapegoating, where one child is unconsciously chosen to carry the blame, the shame, and the unresolved tension of the entire household. Psychological case studies show this pattern often appears in narcissistic or emotionally immature family structures. The scapegoat becomes the truth teller, the emotionally aware one, and because of that awareness, they are isolated. That's why it feels heavy. You are not just fighting personal battles. You are confronting systems. You are challenging emotional immaturity that has been normalized for decades. You are grieving truths your parents never had the courage to face. Of course it feels overwhelming, but understand something clearly. You are not broken. The average person would collapse under this level of awareness. The burden of knowing would crush them. Even a mountain would struggle to carry the weight placed on your shoulders. But you are a spiritual giant. God, the Exalted, chose you for this assignment, to clean up what the enemy infiltrated into your bloodline. Throughout history, every family system has had one. The black sheep, the overseer, the truth teller, the Moses child, the curse breaker. Now it is your time. You are the interruption in your lineage. That is why you face resistance. That is why you experience pushback. You are disrupting what was considered normal. You are challenging the blueprint your forefathers either refused to confront, were unaware of, or were too afraid to dismantle. So they label you the villain. But they do not see the bigger picture. You are not fighting just for yourself. You are fighting what those before you could not break, while paving the way for those who will come after you. You are building a legacy that has never existed in your bloodline before. A legacy of emotional health, of spiritual alignment, of truth without cruelty, of strength without oppression. You may not see the difference you're making right now, but you are making it. And God does not overlook sacrifice made in His cause. As it is written, and whoever strives only strives for the benefit of himself. Indeed, God Almighty is free from need of the worlds. Your effort is seen. Your restraint is seen. Your tears are seen. This is your legacy. And one day, by God's will, you will reap its fruits. Peace and blessings.